Revelation 6, verse 3 to 4. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword.
There has been uncertainty, unrest, and war in Sudan. Two military facets are fighting with each other. The military versus rapid support forces. Now, it almost looked like it's just division in the military until the president of Sudan came out and said, it could be division in the military. It could be that we're having issues internally, but also we cannot overlook the fact that there's Western interference with the conflict, unrest, and war in my country. And if we allow this to continue, guess what? That conflict is going to spill over to the rest of the African continent.
I would like to assure you that the danger of this war is now a threat to regional and international peace and security. For those rebels have sought the support of outlaws and terrorist groups from different countries in the region and the world. This is like the spark of war, a war that will spill over to other countries in the region.
Take note that the West love to say that other countries there's a lot of terrorists in them, like Ishmael, the African continent and everything, right? There's a lot of division among them and everything. They cannot get along, even between Haiti and Dominican Republic. But in reality, they are the real terrorists, because they go everywhere and spread lies and spread conflict, and after that they sell their guns to the countries to kill each other.
Regional and international interference to support these groups is crystal clear by now. This means that this is the first sparkle that will burn the region and will have a direct impact on regional and international peace and security.
Hello there, how are you doing? Welcome again to another episode of our conversations. My name is Adira Oganga. I'm a business journalist by profession and a digital content creator. I love coming on here and having conversations with you guys about Black people, Africa, our empowerment, and how we can rise up and take our rightful place at the global stage. Connect with me on social media at Adira Oganga on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, nothing makes me more happy than going on my social media, opening my DM, and I find some of you have sent me messages of what you think about some of the videos that we've posted on here. It means a lot to me that the work that we're doing and the cause that we're championing is getting out there, is reaching people, and people are beginning to see things from a different perspective, because that's all we want. We're just saying, give us the benefit of doubt. Do not believe every single thing that you consume from Western media. This series is like data series. Before I come here to talk, I've done my research, and I want to also share this research with you, because to decolonize narratives, you need to come with facts. When other media houses are feeding you whatever it is that they're feeding you, they make it so believable. And so I've realized that sometimes it's very important to also come out here with the hard numbers, so that the next time you hear something, you remember of the research and the numbers that you heard on the channel. the president of Sudan spoke at the United Nations General Assembly, and I like the fact that African leaders are not necessarily dancing in a manner that pleases the West. We've gotten to a place where we understand that we have to speak for ourselves and we have to stand up for ourselves. Because if you don't, it's you and your people that continue to suffer. There has been conflict in Sudan. Initially, the two forces, the military and the rapid support forces, had joined forces and they wanted to overthrow the government. But then there were issues between them, and now they've split and they're two factions, and they're now fighting each other. The irony of war, or the ugly side of war, is that it spills over. It spills over and it hurts people, So we are seeing now situations where the Sudanese military, which is controlled by the top commander and de facto leader, General Abdel Fattah Burhan, and his former deputy, General Mohammed Hamdan, a former camel dealer, well known as Hemedti, who leads the paramilitary rapid support forces. So it's the military versus the breakaway faction. Again, like I said,
this is the #1 gift this holiday season. The all-new Blendjet 2 portable.
Again, like I said, sometimes it looks like this thing is news, and it's sad. It really is, because Sudan is a rich country, and Sudan is people's homes, and it's not just rich in resources, it's rich in history. It's people's homes. And because of the war that has been going on for several months now, there is unrest. There is instability. There's a humanitarian crisis. An estimated 15 million people in Sudan face acute food insecurity. Sudan had its challenges before the war, but now it's just escalated. It's escalated. And nobody can help them, because when there's war, nobody wants to risk their lives unless they reach a ceasefire and decide to help people. Listen to this again. More than 5.25 million people have been uprooted from their homes. People have had to leave their homes. All for what? All for what? And if they were just fighting for independence amongst themselves, and they have internal...
I just have a question here. Where is ESO? Where is the media when you need them? Right? There's that, that FF flag, that F flag that just happened, right? False flag that just happened right there, in the Holy Land. And now you get media all over speaking about the same thing. But you see, like this channel, they're exposing everything that's happening. The Lord is working everywhere. It's incredible how the Lord works. He works in the mind of not only the kings. He speaks, through all those other channels. He speaks, through the people also. But also we know that, according to scripture, that the mind of the kings is in the hand of the Lord. And he moves it just like water, wherever he wants, wherever he will. Right? So let's take a look at Jeremiah 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. And notice what just happened, what it says right after that, right? His seed is spoiled. That's the next step after that. His seed is going to be spoiled. And his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So it's a step, it goes by steps right now, right? So now the Lord is uncovering his secret places. He's making Esau bare. He's not able to hide himself anymore, because the word is everywhere. The prophets, the apostles, first of all, is spreading the word. All the elders spreading the word. The Akim spreading the words. And you got all those other channels spreading like all the lies that's been cultivated, or that's been spread throughout the whole world for a long time. So he's not able to hide himself anymore. The next step after, which we know that the war is coming, his seed is gonna be spoiled. His seed will be spoiled. His brethren, his neighbors, and we know that in the kingdom, after that 1,000 years of hardship, slavery, who lead to captivity shall go into captivity, and he is not. So let's just listen a bit more, and then that'll be it. Just a little quick lesson, just when the time of prophecy right now.
Issues fine. But the president of Sudan introduces a very interesting twist to it. He says, it's true that we have challenges and we're having disagreements within ourselves, but it's also true that there's Western interference. And I'll tell you why Western interference is dangerous, particularly with civil unrest, because the war doesn't end. It doesn't. When the West is involved, you might think that they're helping you, but they're not helping you. They're helping themselves. And they'll give you things that they'll give you guns, they'll give you intelligence, they'll give you military grade weapons, but there's a catch-22. There's always something in there for them. And that's the thing that the people of Sudan should sit down and ask themselves. Why is it that several months later, we're still waging the war? Where's the money coming from? Where's the money coming from? African, if you're a country that was having acute food shortage before, where are you getting the money to buy guns? You did not have money to feed your people, but you have money to buy. Where's that money coming from? Ask yourself that. So when you had issues, nobody wanted to come to your help, right? When you had real issues that if solved, your country can grow and develop, nobody wanted to come to your help. But now that there's conflict and there's a loophole for them to come in and exploit your gold, they're willing to help you. Think twice. Wake up and think. And also other African countries should begin asking these questions. Where are these people getting the money to fund the war? And when we start tracing the sources of those funding, then we will know who is funding the war, and we can start interrogating what their interest in the war and in the country is. Let's listen to the president of Sudan.
Some characterize this war as an internal feud between two armed parties. However, the aggression was not only against the armed forces, instead it extended to all state components. The innocent citizens are not part of the armed forces. The people in West Darfur are not part of the armed forces. The homes of our citizens are not part of the armed forces. Therefore, this war cannot be characterized as a war between the armed forces and the rapid support forces. It actually extends to all state components. However, I would like to assure you that the danger of this war is now a threat to regional.
Proverb 29, verse 2. When the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The whole earth is mourning because the wicked is in authority.
And international peace and security. For those rebels have sought the support of outlaws and terrorist groups from different countries in the region and the world. This is like the spark of war, a war that will spill over to other countries in the region. Regional and international interference to support these groups is crystal clear by now. This means that this is the first sparkle that will burn the region and will have a direct impact on regional and international peace and security.
I don't think there's much to say with this topic because topics of war really break my heart. Even when I was in Kenya, growing up in Kenya, we went to school, in primary school. This is a long time ago, early 2000, mid 2000. I went to school with some Sudanese students. I still remember their names until today. And I always wondered, why are they here? there was still unrest back then. Then it went, they got independence, it became South Sudan and Sudan. You're still having conflict. Seriously, 20 years later, at what point do you say now, let's develop our country? At what point do you say peace and stability? At what point do you say our people don't need to grow up as refugees? You know, those guys grew up in Kenya and they got Kenyan education and they've gone to live great lives. But you robbed them of an opportunity to be Sudani kids. They had to grow up as Kenyan kids. Really? For what? For what? If violence was the answer, all these Western countries would be at war with themselves and with each other. But they bring the chaos to the continent. And what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And if it doesn't work like that, then you need to wake up and smell the coffee. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, sometimes this topic just become heavy and heavy and heavy, and it's because
Esau is just getting exposed to the highest level. Exposed. The Lord is doing some great work, and the apostles are obsessed with the word. The elders are obsessed with the word. Every single one of men of GMS is obsessed with the word. I'm obsessed with the word. My camp leader is obsessed with the word. All the brothers are obsessed. It's crazy. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 10 verse 4. 10 verse 4. Okay. 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set it over to one that is profitable. Right? That's what it is, because everything that's happening right now in this world right now, it's really hard to deal with every day. The price of everything is going up. Like I just went to the grocery earlier, and to buy like a couple little stuff, and I bought like an item. It used to be $1.79, and now it's straight up $2. So that's an increase of what? Is that 20%? No, 10%. Right? 10%. Just like that. Right? Or probably even a bit more. I think it's a bit more than 10%. But still, nevertheless, it's going up. Right? It's going up. Let's go verse 7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? And also men. And we know that, there's that Pride Walk, Pride Festival, and all that stuff. And men itself, most people, they're very, very proud. You can tell nobody anything nowadays, to not get offended and everything. And, they will never come back to their words. Even though they're wrong, they're never gonna, bro, I'm sorry, man. It's what I said, you're right on that one, or, whatever, right? Just to make peace. No, because they have been influenced by the one that's been taking peace out of the earth, right? Okay, let's go to verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealing, injuries, and riches got by deceit, selling guns, creating the problems, the chaos at many places in the world, and then selling your guns to them, because you have been given a great sword. That's riches gotten by deceit. The kingdom will be translated from one people to another. That one people is Esau, to another, this is Jacob. Right? The Negroes, Latinos, and Gad. Right? The natives. Right? Hopefully this lesson have been edifying. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ukakadash. Double unto the apostle of great millstone that teaches us this truth. Much love and appreciation to all the elders preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect.